When Anna said to Lucas, "You're too caring and too attached. I don't want to be close anymore," something inside him quietly shattered. They were sitting in their usual cafe, the one where laughter had once flowed effortlessly, but now her gaze was icy, and her smile had vanished. Her words made it clear that his love, once a comfort, had become a weight she could no longer bear. Lucas didn't argue. He simply nodded, swallowing the torrent of questions threatening to spill from his mind. He walked home in silence, replaying her words over and over, like a record stuck on repeat. For years, he had bent over backward to bring her joy, late-night drives to calm her worries, gifts given without reason, endless reassurances when she doubted herself. Yet somehow, that very devotion had become unbearable to her. That night, sitting alone in the darkness, Lucas whispered to himself, "Maybe kindness isn't enough for some people." In the days that followed, he stopped trying. No more good morning texts. No more checking if she'd eaten. He gave her the space she demanded. But as the silence between them deepened, Anna made no move to bridge it. It was then Lucas realized she wasn't missing him at all. A week later, a friend casually mentioned that Anna had been spending time with a colleague from her office. The revelation hit him like a sudden storm. He didn't shout, didn't confront her, he just sat in his car, staring ahead, lost in thought. When he finally glanced in the rearview mirror, he saw a man who had given everything and received betrayal in return. That evening, when Anna returned home, Lucas asked nothing. He simply said, "If you're happier with him, don't pretend anymore." She froze, then quickly defended herself. "It's not like that," she insisted. But her eyes betrayed her words. Lucas didn't argue. "It's okay," he said softly. "I'm done chasing love that doesn't want to stay." The next morning, he packed a small bag and went to stay with his brother. No note, no message. Anna called a few days later, but he ignored her. When she eventually arrived at his brother's doorstep, looking pale and exhausted, she pleaded, "We need to talk." Lucas stood in the doorway, calm. "There's nothing left to talk about. You ended this the moment you stopped being honest." Weeks passed, and Lucas filed for divorce. The moment she received the papers, she called, sobbing. "You're really doing this?" she asked. "Yes," he replied, steady. "You said I was too kind and too clingy. Maybe you were right. But I won't stay where I'm not wanted." The divorce was painful, yet peaceful. Lucas didn't fight over money or possessions. He wanted only his freedom, and his self-respect. Anna tried to delay the process with long messages, apologies, and self-blame. He didn't respond. He had learned that forgiving doesn't always mean reconciling. One afternoon, they met at the lawyer's office to sign the final papers. Anna's hands shook as she lifted the pen. "I never imagined it would end like this," she murmured. Lucas met her gaze with weary eyes. "Neither did I," he admitted. "But sometimes, love changes into something it shouldn't, and it's better to let it die with dignity." After signing, Lucas walked out without looking back. The air outside felt heavy yet pure, as if he had finally emerged from a storm. For the first time in years, he wasn't trapped by her moods, her silence, or her games. He was free. Months later, Lucas moved to a new apartment in another city. He started fresh, immersing himself in his art and work. Those around him noticed a newfound calm. Pain lingered, but strength had replaced the emptiness, a strength only born from losing everything and surviving it. One day, Anna sent a final message, "I miss what we had. You were the best thing that ever happened to me." Lucas read it once, gave a faint smile, and deleted it. Some endings need no response. That evening, he stood on his balcony, watching the sunset, and whispered, "She said I was too kind." Maybe that's true. But now I'm kind to the only person who never left me, myself. With that, Lucas closed the door behind him, leaving the past where it belonged. The divorce wasn't just the end of a marriage, it was the beginning of a better life.